What is up, friends? Geoff Fienberg back here with you for oddschecker.com/US as we continue to break down PGA Tour action. Houston Open this week. I have already recorded a Houston Open preview with Rick Gaiman at Rick Run Good. We gave our thoughts on the field. We shared our initial leans, gave a couple bets on my original outright card. Going to add to that some amazing golf content, the team that Odds Checker has been building out as we get into, we fully arrive essentially soon enough at the 2022 golf season is incredible. Tom Jacobs, tour picks, Joe Idoni, great stuff. Rick, myself will be back continuing to throw it down weekly. So super excited to continue contributing on that Odds Checker team. Let's get into it. Houston Open. I only gave 2 outright picks in my original video with Rick, but I indicated a couple players in a range that I was going to attack, and I certainly have. Let's do it. This is like a classic Fienberg outright betting card. 25 to 50, 55 to 1, essentially. 4 names. Let's get it done. I had a lot of fun building this card, as I discussed with Rick, that I thought I would. A lot of guys got left on the floor that I could have easily been happy to have on it. Waste no more time. Tony Finau, 28 to 1 on that Odds Checker grid. To me, natural talent, Tony is probably the second best player in the field. Ironically, I'd probably put Brooks as the best, but he's a bit of a fade for me this week, and I spoke about that with Rick in the video we've already done. So go check that out if you haven't. But Tony Finau, for me, I think we're getting an more than a generous number, in my opinion, at 28 to 1 on Finau to win an event like this at a field like this, on a course that demands tee to green excellence, where trouble lurks everywhere. Do we need the absolute scorching hot putter? No, we just need Tony to maintain the putting that we saw through the end of the season, an improved, more comfortable golf stroke, when the cut last time here was +3. It's only one time through, and the sample size isn't big. But we saw this place has teeth, and I'm willing to trust Tony Finau. Speaking of another high-end player I'm willing to trust, it is Ty Hatton at 33 to 1. Hatton at 33 to 1 is something I simply couldn't resist. And I'll acknowledge there's a lot of guys here that I, in many ways, love to be betting, but I couldn't swallow the number. Be it an Aaron Wise at 30 or 33, be it Taylor Gooch at 35 or 40. I love those guys. You've seen me pepper Gooch. Gooch was probably the most profitable prop pick player I had all through the season. Big numbers, always cashing, playing great, and it's great to see him getting into a contending situation, and the books probably think they're going to win. If the books make Aaron Wise 30 to 1, to me, they're saying don't bet Aaron Wise. They're literally using like fired torches telling us do not bet Aaron Wise. Stay away. Don't look here. You don't want to bet Aaron Wise. You can bet players you waste money on at major championships at higher numbers than betting Aaron Wise. And hey, the books, they've distracted me. They've thrown me off the scent. I'm right here on the guys that I like to bet and lose money on in wagers. A lot of love for Brooks Koepka this week. I've spoken about him in the video with Rick, as I mentioned. But if there is an elite player, and I'm not comparing Hatton to Brooks, Brooks is better than Hatton overall ceiling golf. I'm not here to debate that. But if I had to pick one of these higher and upper echelon players to find it and go win this week, this time of year, it'd be Hatton. Hatton for me, on a medium to long demanding golf course. He's quietly starting to find his form. Horrible at the Ryder Cup, but we are seeing some improvements there, some more consistent play from Hatton. Bermuda track, I'm willing to go to the wall with Hatton. Now, this next one, it should be an outright pick, and you're going to say, Fienberg, what's the matter with you, pal? It's an outright pick. It goes on your outright card. I, for my own peace of mind, am going to call it a prop pick because I'm kind of pot committed. But Points Bet, using that Odds Checker grid, friends, is offering a 50 to 1 on Patrick Reed. I am the season of fall pot committed to Patrick Reed. especially at 50-1, especially an event where, listen, Sam Burns wants to win this thing. He'll become a certified wagon as far as I'm concerned. But he's still the favorite in the event, and I like and respect Sam Burns a ton. I'm just using that to say I can go to the wall with guys like Patrick Reed, with winners that I believe in, because I'm not necessarily worried they're going to run into John Rahm because he's not here. Or a super elite, I should say. No disrespect to Sam, but you guys feel what I am saying. Reed off that T2, we were on him a couple weeks ago in Mexico. This can be, listen, he can get blown out of this one. It's a demanding golf course, and if you're off the tee, you could find some real trouble. But it's also a golf course that shows you got to have some moxie and grind, and a cut of +3. I mean, that sometimes has a U.S. Open vibe. So that checks a lot of Patrick Reed boxes. He's played well in Houston before, has a lot of Houston ties. So I got no issues with this one. I'm almost making it its own category. My fall pot committed Patrick Reed. I can't confirm any of his other starts outside of the Hero Golf Championship at the beginning of December, but I see myself betting Reed every event in the fall. So he's become his own subcategory. But yes, Fienberg, that's an outright bet, pal. What's the matter with you? My own peace of mind, okay? Okay? Props. We'll be quick here. Said a lot of words already. Just a handful of T20s on guys. I was tempted to bet. Certainly Gary Woodland +360 on FanDuel for that top 20. People got burned by Woodland last week. I am not afraid at all to back him at the top 20 here on a Bermuda track that's could be narrow and demanding. +360 at FanDuel, guys. The next lowest number is +300, and that goes to as low as +225. Right there. I mean, just put it in a nutshell of how great this odds checker grid is, not just for the outright cards, but the props as well. +360 on Woodland. Luke List, a lot of people tossing around PGA National comps. I'm already a Luke List sucker if you're going to tell me a no-putt situation and a tee to green disciple can be in play here. And yeah, part of my mind would think Grillo, but no, for me, it is Luke List. I've seen him losing a playoff at PGA National to Justin Thomas. I am a bit of a Luke List fanboy, and we're going to get in front of Luke List at +300 on DraftKings. Sorry, +350. +350. It's as low as +300 using that odds checker grid. Luke List on that T20. And last but not least, Dylon Fratelli +650 for the top 20 available at DraftKings. Comes in as low as 500 at other books. So we're going to take that +650. Total kind of stab in the dark, like super long shot. I guess I would say Fratelli or List on an outright. But Fratelli, the University of Texas Longhorns alumni, has won in Texas. He steamrolled his group, his pod at a match play in Texas. He seems to have his best golf in Texas. That just seems to be consistent with him. So he's a totally forgotten entity this week who I'll be using at the bottom end of a lot of my DFS rosters, not just the prop here. And I have the confidence he can cash us a +650 T20. I'm out. I'm Geoff Fienberg. Be back next week doing more golf content. The team at Odds Checker, we're building for a big 2022 here, breaking down the PGA Tour weekly. We have got you covered. And again, if you missed my video already with Rick Gaiman at Rick Run Good, go check that out. It is in the feed. Don't forget, sub to the channel so the videos drop right into your feed. Like the video. That's a currency you could give me. Appreciate it all. Let's do it. We're feeling good. Golf season's rolling. Golf season with NFL Sundays. Oh my God, college basketball's back. NBA. It's all on the go. Odds Checkers got you covered for everything. Subscribe. Everything will drop right into your feed on demand. I am out. Let's catch another winner, friends.